Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, Boxing Day Shenanigans. The most ridiculous Wi-Fi setup I've ever seen. Apparently monitors don't need power to work? Assume nothing. Nothing. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Boxing Day Shenanigans. I genuinely cannot believe I am writing this, and if I had not experienced it firsthand would strongly doubt its veracity. $me. $Muggerty my boss. $Big J CIO-ish person. $drone in Sector 7G. Points of importance. I work in a large organization. Email is part of my portfolio. I am based in a southern hemispherian country where Christmas is midsummer. We are currently in a shutdown period over the Christmas break. A skeleton staff is required to be on call in case the cloud catches fire/servers revolt/critical applications fail. The on-call days are the working days and weekends. Christmas Day and Boxing Day are public holidays, noon works. Come Boxing Day, today, it's a beautiful 30°C day. Sun is out, blue skies, we're at the family beach house that's been the focal point for Christmas in my family for about 50 years. We've put together a basketball hoop for the nieces and nephews, and playing outside complete with the first of several local rslash. It's midday-ish. Wife appears at my arm with my ringing personal phone. I don't recognize the number, but figuring that it's not my work phone which is sitting next to my bed, it should be safe to answer. $me, hello, not Chillingwood speaking. $Woodfk, not Chillingwood, it's $Woodfk, I hear you're working over the shutdown period. I have an urgent email send that needs to go out and I can't get into email software. $me, Woodfk, you've called me on my personal mobile during family time. How did you get this number? $Woodfk, ex-colleague gave it to me. Sorry, but this email has to go out as soon as possible, it absolutely has to be sent this year. Me, walking inside, okay, so firstly, $Woodfk, I should be hearing this from the incident response team, and I haven't heard it from them because they haven't called me, and they haven't called me because this is a public holiday, and I'm not on call on public holidays. $Woodfk, but I spoke with Big J and she told me you were working. $me, checking work phone, I'm on call for major incidents outside of public holidays. $Woodfk, there are no open major incidents that have come through. I see you've called me 6 or 7 times today though. $Woodfk, yes, we urgently need this email to go out. Me, $Woodfk, I'm sorry, but we made it very clear the only supported activities in the shutdown period are major incidents with critical applications. If this is major incident, you need to call it through to the service delivery manager and get it raised as an incident. You don't call me on my personal phone. $Woodfk, would you listen, this is urgent, it has to go out, I've cleared it with Big J and she told me you were available. Me, you've spoken with Big J? Okay, Woodfk, can I call you back on this number in a couple of minutes please? Woodfk, yes, call back as quickly as you can. Wife looking quizzically at me, she heard the exchange and I told her I was heading up the road for a bit. I walk across the road and up about 3 houses, till I find who I'm looking for. Hanging out on the balcony drinking sparkling wine with her husband, listening to the cricket on the radio and generally acting middle-aged. I say hello to her dogs and kids, wander up the stairs. I'm welcomed and offered a glass of wine. I politely refuse, explain what I'm about to do, then dial $Woodfk. Me, hi $Woodfk. Can you hear me? $Woodfk, yes, have you logged in yet? Me, no, not yet. Hold on, I'm just going to put you on speaker, okay? So Woodfk, I've got Big J here, can you run us through what the problem is? Woodfk. Big J, Hi Dollar not Chillingwood tells me there's a major incident. I haven't seen anything come through. When did you raise it? I should pause at this stage and explain that it transpires through some twist of the fates that Big J also has a family beach house. Roughly 150 meters from ours. A discovery made when our respective dogs and families crossed paths on the local beach last year. We were due to come over for a barbecue in the early afternoon anyway, as my nieces and nephews are only a couple of years apart from Big's kids. Also in attendance is Mugger T, my manager, who absolutely flogs us when it's crunch time but usually has our backs. We get on okay. He's come down for a day trip to the beach with his partner, as their respective families are interstate. Mugger T has already had a few, and he gets a bit more talkative when he's tipsy. Anyway, back to the call. We urgently need to send out an email? It's a survey that we need to get out this year, and it really has to go out, otherwise it won't get done this year. Big J, an email? The shutdown period is the shutdown period, only critical applications are supported, mass email is not one of those. Mugger T, it's Mugger T, I spoke with you about this last week. The reason we have a shutdown period is because the whole team work incredibly hard during the year, oftentimes outside of normal working hours, and I know Not Chillingwood has been part of that, supporting many of your projects. This is time for the team to relax, spend time with their families, and be prepared for next year. This is not a critical incident, it is an email, it can wait till next year, and if it can't wait till then, it should have been done before the shutdown. Sending survey emails is not business critical whether you agree or not, and it is highly inappropriate for you to be directly contacting Not Chillingwood on his personal phone on a public holiday. Me, okay, I'll speak with you early next year, thanks Bye. Proceed to block number on personal phone. Me, got any beer? The most ridiculous Wi-Fi setup I've ever seen. I traveled to Iran recently with my dad and sister. I'm British but my dad is Iranian and speaks the language Farsi. My sister and I don't speak Farsi at all, and it means we're usually bored when we're dragged to family friends' houses and everyone speaks Farsi. Anyway, one day we went to a family friend's house for lunch. After eating lunch, people were just sitting around talking in Farsi for literally hours, and I got pretty bored, so I went on my phone and searched for a Wi-Fi network so I could browse Reddit. Keep in mind I don't have access to 3G/4G on my British phone, so I need Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi networks found, so I had to endure more boredom. What I would usually do is find out if a network is available, and if so, if they have a password, get my dad to ask them for it politely in Farsi. In this case, as I couldn't find a network, I just forgot about it and assumed they either didn't have internet access or just had a wired connection with a single PC. Anyway, later on my sister asks me if they have Wi-Fi as she was bored. I told her that I couldn't find any networks. About an hour after that, I told my dad we were really bored and they had no Wi-Fi. My dad then insisted on asking the homeowner if we could use their Wi-Fi, despite no networks being available. The following conversation took place, with my dad speaking Farsi to the homeowner and translating everything I say in English. Dad, do you mind if we use your Wi-Fi? Homeowner, sure, just switch on your Bluetooth. Me, wait, what? Bluetooth? Surely you mean Wi-Fi? Homeowner, no, I mean Bluetooth, you'll need that to use our Wi-Fi. I decided to humor him and just switch on my Bluetooth. No devices found. I showed homeowner. Homeowner, that's strange, let me show you my phone. He then shows me that his phone's Wi-Fi is switched off, the Bluetooth is switched on, and he's paired with another device, which he's using the internet connection of. Me, whose device are you connected to? How come you're using that instead of a Wi-Fi router? Homeowner, I have no idea what you're talking about. My son set it all up for me, he's good with computers. Me, okay. So I investigate further and found their home Wi-Fi network works like this. The family don't have broadband or a Wi-Fi router at all. Homeowner's son has 3G on his phone and is Bluetooth paired with his dad's phone. Security settings on both devices mean neither can be found by other devices, e.g. my iPhone, and both devices trust each other. If homeowner's son's phone moves too far away from his phone loses internet as he doesn't have 3G on his own phone. This meant he had no internet if he was at home, but his son wasn't at home. Their son spoke a tiny bit of English, so I spoke to him, and he said we had to do the following. He adds my iPhone to his phone's Bluetooth trusted devices list. Ask homeowner if it's okay if we unpair his phone and then pair mine, as multiple devices can't be paired to his phone. Pair my phone and use his 3G connection. I then suggested just setting up a hotspot on his phone, and then both homeowner and I connect by actual Wi-Fi. He had no idea what I was talking about. Homeowner was also unhappy about unpairing his phone from his son's on the grounds that we're changing everything. My dad was unable to explain coherently in Farsi the benefits of using Wi-Fi instead of Bluetooth, so basically I couldn't use the internet. A new life goal of mine is to learn Farsi, go back there and actually help them with this mess. Apparently monitors don't need power to work? A quick story that happened today. This is my second day of my first IT job. Serving a local high school, 600 plus users, 200 plus computers, you get the idea. I was minding my own business, patching in the new office space, when my work phone called. User, I can't teach like this, nothing's working, the screen is black. I need you here now. XNIC sir, what room are you located in? User room 34, I need you here now. XNIC and are you talking about the SMA artboard, or the monitor for your PC? At this point the user hung up. I begrudgingly made my way to the room. By the time, a couple of minutes max, I got there, this user had called 4 to 5 times, each time telling me to hurry up. I walked into the room, saw the board was working just fine, and observed the monitor, which was being mirrored by the SMA artboard, mind you, had not jug lead connected. At this point the user was already agitated, and I didn't really want to make him seem incompetent in front of his class. XNIC when did you first notice the issue with the monitor? User, it started just before I called you. The cable at the back was irritating me, I kept bumping it so I took it out. I had to explain to a teacher that it was a power cable. The issue started the moment he unplugged it, and somehow he didn't put 2 and 2 together. Assume nothing. Nothing. My first tale, it entertained me, but that might be due to being so new. I've been working for an ISP doing tech support/customer service for 3 weeks now. I'm completely new to this tech support thing, and I feel like this sub has prepared me well. I assume nothing, I check everything. I am thorough. Customers call about a variety of things, but internet installation issues are about 40% of the calls I handle. When customers call with issues related to their ADSL line, it often leads to me having to walk them through changing up the cable pairs in the phone line socket. We don't get to that until I've ruled out everything else the user could have done wrong, resulting in a lack of DSL signal. $FC equals friendly customer. $me equals me. Am I doing this right? $FC, yeah, hello, I'm trying to install my internet, but it's not working. $me, well, I can definitely help you with that. What's your postcode and house number? Verification of customer info, etc., etc. $me, could you tell me what lights on the modem are on and what color they are? $me, is the L1 light next to the DSL port on or off? $FC, off. $me, okay, and the cable from that port, where does it go? To a phone socket on the wall or directly to the demarcation point in the hallway? $FC, phone socket. I run some tests, line has been delivered, there should be a DSL signal, but customer premises check shows there are two possible pairs in use, so I take a deep breath and start instructing the customer. $me, there's two lines assigned to your address and only one of them carries our signal, so we're going to have to check the lines. We'll have to check the colors of the cables connected to the phone socket and possibly change them. It's really easy and I can talk you through it. We start by removing the socket from the wall carefully. $FC, sure, no problem. Just a moment. Long silence before $FC returns. $FC, by the way, does it matter that I'm at my neighbor's house? I couldn't find a phone line in my house, so I wanted to install here. Head on desk. $me, yes, that does matter. From here on out, I will not assume a customer is actually at their own home when trying to install. I will assume nothing. Also, English is not my native language, and I do not know tech support jargon in English. Hope it still made sense.